We're about to enter in the most profitable time of the year, and if you don't jump onto this opportunity now, you might have to wait a full other 12 months to get this opportunity again. You see, we're about to enter the last 3 months of the year, and what majority of businesses know as Q4. And essentially what Q4 is the holiday shopping season. And the reason why that's the most profitable time of the year for Amazon sellers is because we know during these next 3 months, through October, November, and December, this is where there's an elevated amount of purchases that are made through customers simply because there's a lot of holidays that take place over these next 3 months. But the thing is that if you don't decide to capitalize on this opportunity while it's here, you're going to end up missing out on the most profitable time of the year for Amazon sellers. Q4 isn't just about higher profits. It's a 3-month time period that us sellers can utilize to build a foundation and set the tone in regards to the earning potential for any particular Amazon business, whether you're just a beginner or whether you're a more seasoned seller. This is the time of the year where you can predictably expect an extra 20 to 30% of sales increasing month over month simply because there's more people shopping on the platform. Welcome back everyone to another video, and if you don't know who I am, my name is Cannell-Cohen. I've been an Amazon expert the last 4.5 years. I've been able to help over 700 people, and every single thing I tell you inside of these videos, everything I show you, everything I tell you is meant for educational purposes only. Majority of you watching these YouTube videos are going to watch these YouTube videos and do quite literally nothing with it. But at the end of the day, all of the tips, all of the tricks, all the things I'm showing you are based off of real results, are based off of my results and my own personal experiences with an Amazon business. Everything I tell you, it's not to say that 100% you're going to be able to guarantee to get it, right? But I want to be able to help you understand the specific things that can help you get to where you want to be with an Amazon business. So let's dive into it. So without even getting into talking about why it's an opportunity, I'd rather just show you the exact opportunity that's in front of us right now. So these are all verifiable resources in terms of getting data. And as you can see, in terms of the amount of daily products that are sold, Amazon sells approximately 12 million products every single day, right? With the average order value being about $40 to $55. Now, with that as well, Cyber Monday and Black Friday, right? Over 400 to 500 million products sold in the US during the Thanksgiving to Cyber Monday aspect, right? And as you know, right, October, November, December, Thanksgiving, Cyber Monday, Black Friday, these events take place during Q4. And that's why it's so lucrative for a lot of Amazon sellers, because we just know based off statistics, we just know based off historical patterns that because there's an elevated amount of people shopping on the platform, we know that they're already in buying mode. We know that they're already coming to the platform to purchase products, and all we have to do is position our storefronts to put our products in front of those customers' eyeballs. And even on an order per second basis, Amazon actually has 142 orders per second. So think about how many orders that is on a day-to-day basis, just to further to put into perspective here about why Q4 is so crazy. And another article from Digital Commerce 360, the Amazon sales grew 14% in Q4 of 2024. So you can see here that the e-commerce giant beat analyst expectation, coming in at $170 billion for Q4 and $574 billion for 2023. So for any of you that are questioning, is Amazon going to be around for a while? Is Amazon still even a thing? Is it too saturated, too competitive? Let the data do all the talking. And as you can see here, right, there's a 14% growth in Q4 of 2024. That's off of billions of dollars. So that is a metric ton of money at the end of the day that Amazon has grew on a quarterly basis, and especially being up 14%. Amazon has consistently seen increasing amount of sales, right? But what's interesting is that, as you can see here on another one of these articles from Capital One Shopping Research, Amazon dominates 62.7% of the total e-commerce market share. So just to put that in perspective, right, at the end of the day, you might think, well, okay, but there's other people out there, there's other marketplaces and whatnot. They dominate more than half of the e-commerce market share. So entertaining any other idea like Shopify dropshipping, like Walmart, like, let's say, for example, eBay or anything along those lines, Etsy, it's not even worth consideration, because this just shows you where attention goes, money flows. And for all the sales that were made during Q4, the 170 billion during Q4, 63% of that revenue was generated by third-party sellers. That's individuals exactly like you and me. The only thing is, for the people inside of my mentorship program, we understand how to get our piece of the pie. Right? Rather than just simply always spending money on Amazon, we understand the details in regards to how to make money with Amazon as well. So just to put in perspective, Q4 isn't only about Christmas, is what a lot of people might think about. Q4, the most notable dates is going to be Thanksgiving, it's going to be Black Friday, it's going to be Cyber Monday. And again, these are just just holiday season. So consumers are already in the mode of purchasing products. They're in the mode of making more impulsive purchases comparatively to any other time of the year. A lot of people, when they're shopping on Amazon during Q4, they're not shopping for the price. They're not looking just only for the cheapest and the cheapest products. They're looking because they're urgently looking to purchase products. They're making quick decisions. They don't want to think too much about it. Because as you and I both know, right? Families during the holidays, like everything is always so hectic. There's so much to do, so many events to go to, so many things to plan. A lot of people don't have oftentimes the time or the energy to do a lot of due diligence. So they necessarily pull the trigger a lot faster comparatively to how they would look at products at any other given time of the year outside of Q4. The buying cycle is longer, but during Q4, because people are working off of urgent matters and specific deadlines and Christmas and Black Friday, Thanksgiving, and all that fun stuff, they're giving us the ability to leverage and capitalize on those quick purchases that they're looking to make. So this means that you don't need as much time to convince them or as much, influential wording in the product listings to get them to buy the products. You don't need to create the demand. The demand is already there. What your job is to figure out, where are people looking when they are shopping on Amazon? What are people buying when they're coming on the Amazon marketplace? That is the key point of differentiation between someone who simply sells on Amazon versus someone who actually has the right strategies, resources, tools, and abilities to find out what people are looking for and position their products exactly where people are purchasing. And you can even think about Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend, right? Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend is a basically whole weekend period. Starts on Friday, ends on Monday. So you have all of 4 days for people to purchase products. Now, the reason why Black Friday, Cyber Monday works so much better and there's more sales on Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend comparatively to Christmas, let's say, for example, is for 2 simple reasons. So we have urgency, and urgency is basically people looking to buy products throughout a certain duration of time. And that's why Black Friday, Cyber Monday works, is because people know that there are discounted prices, but they're only there for a certain period of time. It ends on Monday or it ends on Friday, let's say, for example, for certain sales. So with the urgency factor, this gets people to come to the platform that, okay, we know we only have 4 days to do our Christmas shopping, let's say, for example. But the other thing that plays a factor in this is also scarcity. So scarcity refers to the number of available products on a specific product listing. So let's say, for example, if we have this amazing product and it's discounted by 64%, but there's only 3 left in stock. How quick would you react to go ahead and go actually buy that product? Pretty fast, I would assume. So that's the thing with something like Black Friday, Cyber Monday weekend. It uses urgency because we know that there's only 4 days for people to purchase products, but there's also limited quantity of while these things last because they're so heavily discounted more oftentimes than not. So urgency and scarcity are at play, which at the end of the day, if you know anything about consumer purchasing behavior, this leads to people making fast decisions without thinking too much. So you can take someone like Silas Dunbar that's actually from Montreal, Quebec, and in Black Friday, Cyber Monday of 2024, he was able to achieve amazing results. So as you can see inside of this screenshot, basically what he's referring to is the previous 30-day timeline. He was at about $17,000. But throughout the 4-day period of Black Friday, Cyber Monday, he got close to a total of $30,000 in total sales just in 4 days. Or even someone like Christian Van Ham, who achieved and kicked things off amazingly throughout the Q4 time period of 2024. Or we even have current students right now, like Erica, let's say, for example, who has been continuously crushing amazing days leading up to the Q4 time period. And I show all of this just to put in perspective for you that what is possible out there when you have the right tools and you have the right resources. Now, I want to take this moment to talk to you about something really important. On September 28th at 5 p.m. Eastern Time in 2025, I'm going to be hosting a free live masterclass. It's going to be teaching you everything you need to know on how to get your piece of the pie with an Amazon business. Now, at the end of the day, anybody can come to this. It's 100% free for the registration of the event, but this is essentially where I'm going to help you prepare and understand how to leverage the most of the last 3 months of 2025 without spending money on ads, without placing bulk orders, without needing any sort of prior experience. And all of this is going to be done with you on a live masterclass together on September 28th at 5 p.m. If you want to register for that live masterclass, click the link in the description down below to be able to register for that free live masterclass. We have 100 spots available. For those first 100 people, we're going to have free admission. Anybody else after that point, there is going to be paid admission. So go ahead, click the link in the description down below to register for the free live masterclass so I can teach you everything everything you need to know about how to leverage the in-depth strategies I utilize for my mentorship students to make the most of the last 3 months of this year. Now, you might be asking me, well, Shane, like, what's the big deal? Why do I need to do this now? And why do I, need to do it in Q4? Why not just wait until 2026? And that's a fair question. I mean, by all means, you definitely could do that. If you're okay with understanding that there is no other business in the world that you can time unlike this. We just simply know based off statistics. We just simply know based off historical events that the Q4 season is the holiday season. People spend an elevated amount of money throughout the last 3 months of every single year. And we know where people spend money, people also make money, because Amazon makes a lot of money in the last 3 months of the year, and we make up 63% of total revenue from Amazon. And allows you to know that you're at an increased likelihood of making at least 20 to 30% more sales comparatively to any other month. But the thing is that you don't leverage Q4 when you're in the middle of it. You start before it actually happens. So if you're okay with potentially losing out on thousands and thousands of dollars and not building an online business that gets you one step closer towards your goals, then by all means, go ahead and start in January. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, January is the second best time of the year to start selling on Amazon. You want to know what the first one is though? Q4. And at the time of this recording, Q4 is just in a couple of weeks. And if you're thinking, well, I'll start in the new year, I'll start when it's more convenient, or start when I have less on my plate. At the end of the day, it's just moving you one step further away from what you actually want to be able to do here. And if you want to leverage Q4 in its fullest capacity, if you want to leverage Q4 in the best way possible, I will be hosting a live masterclass that's going to talk about everything you need to know about how to sell on Amazon and the strategies we're going to utilize to help you get your piece of the pie throughout this Q4 season without trading time for money, without spending money on ads, and also without being in a position where you're placing bulk orders. You can register using this link in the description down below to be a part of that live masterclass on September 28th at 5 p.m. Eastern time. But look, I get it. You're balancing work, you're balancing family, you're balancing bills, you're balancing all these different types of things. But if I can be honest with you, so is MJ, who is a mother of 3 kids, where in her first 4 months, she was able to do over $58,000 in total sales with her Amazon business as a complete beginner in this space. Everyone has a time. We all prioritize the things that are important to you. And if you believe that you want to be able to earn more money in your life, then it's time for you to prioritize that rather than watching a Netflix show, let's say, for example. And if you want to leverage the most lucrative time of the year for Amazon sellers, you want to be part of the wave where people are making money on Amazon rather than just simply spending money on Amazon, then this is your chance. Q4 is going to happen with or without you. It all comes down to how badly you want to make it happen for yourself. And if you want to get in on the action that's going to take place over these next 3 months, click the link in the description down below to register for the free live masterclass. It's going to be taking place on September 28th at 5 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll see you there.